What's up everybody, Prepared Guy here once again, and happy Halloween. Many of you might not know, but for about 25 years I was a paranormal investigator before I became Prepared Guy. I investigated everything from UFO sightings to ghosts to Bigfoot, and with that said I used to have a channel called Greystar Paranormal Institute. The channel did very well for several years, but then I lost a lot of interest in the field of paranormal research and I decided to shut it down. So in the spirit of Halloween, I will be sharing with you some video footage from one of the short documentaries that I put together for that channel several years ago. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Strange Things Are Happening.
On this episode of Strange Things Are Happening, Greystar takes you to Madame Cherie Forest, located in West Chesterfield, New Hampshire, to investigate the claims of paranormal activity surrounding the land of the late Madame Cherie, known by many names. Madame Cherie, born Antoinette Vermeer in Paris in 1878. She was an eccentric dancer and fashion designer known infamously to the people of Chesterfield as Madame Cherie. In 1930, some years after the death of her husband, Andre Raila, also known as Anthony Marcuzzo, Madame spent many years traveling the world with her close and famous friend, Charles Lamar, in order to cope with the loss of her love. After Charles and Madame's travels ended, Madame met a silent film actor by the name of Jack Henderson, who was a famous resident of Chesterfield, known for throwing elaborate parties topped off with booze and naked women popping out of cakes. Upon visiting Chesterfield to attend Jack's parties, Madame would fall in love with the area, and in doing so, she would decide to purchase several acres of land in the town, paid for by her close friend Charles Lamar. In 1931, Madame broke ground to build a party house in the woods that she called her castle. It was a cross between a French chateau and a Roman villa. Madame would never actually live in the castle, but instead she lived in squalor in a room in the Furlong farm just down the road. Many years of partying with beautiful and famous people would pass as the aging designer would suffer hardships after her good friend Charles Lamar stopped sending her money. That would eventually lead to Madame Cherie spending less time on the property partying and more time with the locals. In 1959, the castle was vandalized, so badly in fact that Madame vowed not to return to the property. Finally, in 1962, a fire claimed the remains of Madame Cherie's castle, and Madame would eventually end up living out the rest of her days in a nursing home. One day in 1965, Madame was visited by a local woman by the name of Anne Stokes. Anne asked Madame if she could buy her property. Madame agreed. Later that same week, she passed away. After several years of owning the property, Anne decided that she no longer considered herself to be the sole owner of the property, as the locals would flock to the land to enjoy picnics, hikes, and parties in the woods. People would travel from all over to come see the unusual ruins of this remarkable party house. Later, hiking trails were put in, and the land would then be dedicated officially on October 17, 1998, as the Madame Cherie Forest. That is when the forest decided to take on a life of its own. Local teens and adults would go out to the ruins of the castle to throw parties of their own late at night, and paranormal researchers would come from all around to reminisce the history of the land and to possibly get a glimpse of the late Madame Cherie's ghost. Police say that since there have been so many unusual disturbances, from vandalism to theft, that no one is allowed in the Madame Cherie Forest after dark for their own safety. Hikers claim to hear old-time music along with sounds of people partying in the woods when no one else is around. Strange lights, sounds, and stories over the years would start to bring an air of mystery to the woods of West Chesterfield. Greystar decided that it was time to set the record straight. Has Madame Cherie really returned to reclaim her castle? Or is there another explanation for the phenomena experienced by the townsfolk of West Chesterfield, New Hampshire?
My name's Jonathan Gray. I'm the founder of Greystar Paranormal Institute, and I've been a paranormal investigator for 19 years. After interviewing Lynn and Jane about the history of the Madame Cherie property, I wanted to conduct a paranormal investigation in order to find out if we could back up the claims being made by hikers. So I called upon my friends from the Keene Paranormal Research Society, and they agreed to come out. Considering that they'd been there several times before, I figured they'd be the perfect people to show me around. Before we started our investigation, I interviewed each member of the Keene Paranormal Research Society in order to find out any information that they might have.
After so many times of being here and nothing, absolutely nothing, happened, we were all downstairs and there was a bunch of us. I got really sick and I got a really strange headache. So I had to come up. And because it just felt different, so I came up. And you could just feel the difference in the air. Later on, we went and reviewed the footage and everything. And we got to the digital recordings. And after I sit down, I'm all alone up there. And I'm sitting there and you can actually hear something walking up towards the recorder and something tapped it.
Shay had mentioned upon reviewing the data collected by her EVP recorder that there were footsteps, or what sounded like footsteps, approaching the recorder, and it sounded like somebody had tapped her recorder. While we were there conducting our investigation together, we had a similar experience.
Madame Cherie, is that you throwing parties still when people walk through the forest and hear music at night? Madame Cherie, is that Madame Cherie? Madame Cherie. Madame Cherie, is that you throwing parties still when people walk through the forest and hear music at night?
After I was finished asking Madame Cherie if she was still throwing parties in the woods, there was an anomalous sound inside the right microphone on our EVP recorder. I ran an analysis on the audio that we captured that evening. The results were interesting. The anomaly was consistent with that of an electrical disturbance. However, no electrical devices were present that would disturb our audio recording devices. Not to mention we were right in the middle of the woods. Was Madame Cherie trying to communicate? Take a listen again and decide for yourself.
Madame Cherie, is that Madame Cherie? Madame Cherie. Madame Cherie, is that you throwing parties still when people walk through the forest and hear music at night?
Well, for me, when I was here quite a few years ago, actually, over the top of the by the fireplace, I was standing like 7 feet from the fireplace, and I was asking, for some sort of sign that maybe Madame Cherie was here, or whoever was here could be here. So I was asking the question, are you here? If you're here, give me a sign, And so all of a sudden I hear this clank. So I look down and I see that there's a bottle cap on the ground, and it flew at least 7 feet from where I was standing. And for the life of me, I could not debunk it. I couldn't make it go the same exact direction as it went. I tried to I would, do this, try to make it go the same way, and it would not go the same direction it went in.
Me and Sherry went into the woods. She was showing me people call it the giving tree, and people sometimes put things in it, and supposedly Madame Cherie's spirit takes it and does whatever she does with it, I'm not sure. We've also had a lot of shadow play and movements. It's hard when you're in the woods though. Sherry saw green lights one time we were here, probably about 2 or 3 times. A lot of things we were able to debunk. We heard like what we thought was a baby cry, and it was a Fisher cat. The K2 hit, some of them we debunked as our phones, but other than that, I don't know why there would be K2 out here. I heard what sounded like kid noises, like kids screeching, but there are houses around.
We're here at the Madame Cherie Forest, and behind me is the ruins of Madame Cherie's home, which was burnt down several years ago. And tonight we're going to conduct an EVP session to see if we can communicate with Madame Cherie. Graystar came to the Madame Cherie Forest in order to investigate the claims being made by hikers. Legend says that if you touch the Madame Cherie stairs, you'll hear music from the past and people partying. While we didn't experience that for ourselves, we did, however, capture some very interesting phenomena.
Madame Cherie, in front of this fireplace, is this where you kept your polar bear rug?
Right after I ask my question, you not only hear the audio anomaly on the digital recorder, but you also hear an electronic chirp in the background at the same time the audio anomaly takes place. The reason for this is that whenever I go on an investigation, I carry a mini EMF RF meter that I wear around my neck at all times.
Madame Cherie, in front of this fireplace, is this where you kept your polar bear rug?
The chirping sound came from the meter and corresponded perfectly with the audio anomaly. This is what is called multiple source verification. Most data collected with multiple source verification is almost always presented as evidence ready for peer review. In this particular scenario, we caught an audio anomaly on the digital recorder, and then it was backed up by the EMF meter, alerting us to the unseen activity taking place.
Madame Cherie, in front of this fireplace, is this where you kept your polar bear rug?
During our investigation, I asked about Madame Cherie's polar bear rug. While reviewing the audio data, I noticed an anomaly directly after I asked my question. Upon analyzing the audio and enhancing the anomaly, I was surprised to hear what sounded like a direct response to my question. I asked, "Madame Cherie, in front of this fireplace, is this where you kept your polar bear rug?" Right after my question, you can hear what sounds like a female voice saying, "I did." The following video is going to show you a few minor adjustments that we made to the audio in order to enhance the anomaly we found. Stay alert and listen carefully so that you can get the full effect of what is actually taking place during the audio enhancement process.
In front of this fireplace, is this where you kept your polar bear rug? Madame Cherie, in front of this fireplace. Madame Cherie, in front of this fireplace, is this where you kept your polar bear rug?
You don't realize how much is actually going on around you when you're on a paranormal investigation, especially one outdoors. Having the right tools and the right people can mean the difference between an amazing discovery or a total waste of time. In the Madame Cherie Forest, we had a lot going on around us. Some things we noticed, and other things we did not.
It's a lot out.
There's your train.
Yeah. We had a train response.
So do I think the Madame Cherie Forest is haunted? When it comes down to the facts, our equipment caught some really interesting phenomena that we couldn't observe with our own senses. I also think the data we collected that evening told an interesting story, and it certainly lent some credence to the stories told by hikers. When we asked Lynn Borofsky for her thoughts on the matter, she told us this.
I think that you have a spot that was known for partying and still continues, because every senior prom that happens in this area, you know they sneak in there. I think that it's based on hearing what you want to hear and knowing that, you know, when you walk into the woods, when you walk into any woods, sometimes you hear the bears that you think are there, sometimes you hear birds that are there, sometimes you picture the wildlife, sometimes you picture the stories. And I think because she was such a draw to this town, I mean, this is a farm community. I mean, we had the Spofford Lake thing going, but she was such a draw and she was such life, and it was so that I think that a lot of people just think that that spirit lives on because you want to hear that, or, you know, it exists. Is there any energy that stays when something happens? People hear stories, they hear what they want to hear, you know, but you can only, you're in the woods and you go, wow, I can't imagine 100 people here partying, what that sounds like. And wait, maybe I hear something on the stairs. Maybe I hear some French being called.
Whenever you go on any paranormal investigation, remember, be honest, be respectful, be open-minded, and be safe. This has been Jonathan Gray, and remember, no matter how normal and boring your day has been, somewhere out there, strange things are happening.